This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review with your CFL Division Finals betting preview. We're down to 4 teams remaining in the chase for the CFL Grey Cup. 2 teams will advance to the CFL Grey Cup Championship game this weekend in the Division Finals. We're going to break down both games. Let's start with the East Final. It's the Edmonton Eskimos taking on the Ottawa Redblacks, and it's the 4th place West Division team against the 1st placed East Division team in this game. And it's the 4th place West Division team with the better record. That tells you all you need to know right there about just how wretched the CFL East Division was. Top to bottom, it couldn't hold a candle to any team in the West Division this season. And I'm worried for the Ottawa Redblacks, a team that's got an older quarterback in Henry Burris, a guy that got them to the Grey Cup last year, but is a year older. He played well down the stretch, but now this is an Ottawa team that decided to rest Henry Burris and all of their starters in their regular season finale against Winnipeg. They're now going 3 weeks, these starters now without playing. And you just have to worry if there's rust, if there's going to be rust, if there's going to be, chemistry ain't there, just a little, out of rhythm, out of sync. You worry that could be the case here with the Ottawa Redblacks in this game. And to me, Edmonton, the team that's been from the far superior division. Mike Riley and the Eskimos took care of business, winning in Hamilton last week on the road. Of course, now they stay out east on the road again to take on Ottawa. But to me, they played in the much better division right now. And we cashed with Edmonton last week as our CFL Play of the Week winner against Hamilton. I'm convinced I got to look at Edmonton here. I really do. I think they're the better team from the better division. I mean, Ottawa can put up points, but to me, defensively, they leave a little bit to be desired on that side of the football, whereas Edmonton's defense to me has gotten better and better later in the season. Their defensive line is really wreaking havoc, getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Marcus Howard, Armando Sewell, Odell Willis, a great defensive line that has been causing problems of late. They might be able to do that here for Ottawa. We're going to make this game our play of the week for Division Final Sunday in the CFL, and we'll make it official at the end of this video. The West Final, BC taking on Calgary. We've got Calgary laying about a touchdown across the board in this game, total around 54. Calgary, again, the dominant team in the CFL from start to finish this season. No team was better than the Calgary Stampeders. An amazing, incredible season. But now here come the BC Lions, the only team to beat the Calgary Stampeders really this season. Yeah, they did lose 2 games, but the second game they lost this season was to Montreal in the final week of the season when Calgary was resting a lot of players. So the one game Calgary lost this season when the game mattered, BC is the only team to beat them. That was in week 1 of the season, way back in June. And I think BC can give Calgary a game here. BC's coming off a thrilling come-from-behind win against Winnipeg, 32-31, to advance to the West Final here against Calgary. Jonathan Jennings, dual-threat quarterback, made a ton of great plays down the stretch of that game. We don't know the status of Emmanuel Arsenault for this game, and that's big for BC. Leading receiver got injured against Winnipeg. We'll see if he's ready to go for this game, but if he's not, could be a little bit of a detriment to that passing attack. But BC's defense made plays when they had to, and again, much like with Ottawa in the East Final, Calgary, the team with the bye week, through to the division final round, are they dealing with a little bit of rust, especially with their decision by Dave Dickinson, the head coach, to rest Bo Levi-Mitchell and plenty of Calgary starters in that final game of the regular seasons. That could be a factor here. And look at the 2 regular season meetings between Calgary and BC. Both of them close. BC beat Calgary in week 1. BC lost in overtime against Calgary in week 2. They've given Calgary all kinds of problems this season. They've been close games. I would think we get a closer game here. Tough to go against Calgary, especially at McMahon Stadium. They've been great, but BC is for real. They're a pretty good team. I think if I had to bet this game, I'd have to lean toward the Lions. I would want +7 or better, though. If this line creeps below the key number of 7, I don't think I would like BC quite as much. I think Calgary does advance, but I think it'll be a very close game, and BC's got a chance to take this game down to the wire. But that should be a great game, Calgary and BC. I'd also lean over the total in that game. BC to me is an offensive juggernaut right now, and their defense has not quite been as good down the stretch. We know this Calgary offense with Bo Levi Mitchell and that great slew of receivers he has is loaded and can put up points in bunches. So you're obviously got to want to check the weather in Calgary. It is November out in Western Canada. Weather could be a little tricky at this time of year in this area. But if the weather's even decent, we could see a little bit of a shootout there between Calgary and BC in the West Final on Sunday. All right, let's wrap it up with our play of the week for Division Final Sunday. Yeah, we're going back to the Edmonton-Ottawa game, the East Final. We cashed with Edmonton in their division semifinal win against Hamilton last week. We're going to ride the hot hand once again this week. Let's take Edmonton -2, rotation number 477. Edmonton Eskimos -2 in Ottawa to defeat the Redblacks and advance to the Grey Cup once again for the second year in a row. Eskimos get back to the Grey Cup. Edmonton -2 against Ottawa, your CFL Division Final Sunday play of the week. All right, that'll wrap up my look at the CFL Division Finals for this Sunday. I'm Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review. We have one CFL video left next week as we take a look at the Grey Cup Championship game. I'll give you side and total leans. I'll give you some prop recommendations for the big game to decide the Canadian Football League champion next week. All right, until then, I'm Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review. Enjoy the games and good luck.